Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending the PG&E Multifamily Upgrade Program orientation. My name is Stephanie Birkland. I am the Program Manager at TRC Energy Services. TRC implements the program on behalf of PG&E, and we are grateful to have you all visit us today. Just a few little housekeeping things for everybody. To use GoToWebinar, please enter in your, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of tour of the pane here. Everyone is in listen only mode right now, so please feel free to enter any questions that you might have into the questions section of the webinar screen on the right hand side. I will stop and take questions at the end of each section, so please feel free to type them in there, and we will answer your question at the end of each section. Something else to note, this webinar is being recorded and will be available on our program website after the call today. In addition, we will post the slides to the program website as well for your reference. Today we're going to talk about, we're going to give you an overview of the program and the incentives available, how to participate in the program. Also, we utilize program partner, rater, and contractors in this program, so we'll talk about their qualifications. Additionally, there are some combustion safety testing requirements as well for the program. We'll go over those, and lastly, we will let you guys know the best way to contact the program and what are next steps if you'd like to participate in the program. Just a quick disclaimer here, the funding for this program is limited and the offering is available and subject to change or termination without prior notice. This is an offering funded by the California utility customers and is administered by the Pacific Gas and Electric Company under the California Public Utility Commission. This is the third year of the PG&E Multifamily Upgrade Program, and just to give a few highlights of last year's program, we had about 38 properties participate in the program. With that, there was about a 19% average annual savings per project. We had a good mix of market rate and affordable properties participate in the program. And some of our most common measures seen through the program, you can see here at the bottom, are windows, lighting, kitchen appliances, air conditioning, and low flow fixtures. We'll go into detail a little bit more about the measures in the program in future slides. An overview of the program is this is a multifamily whole building retrofit program. So the program offers incentives for in-unit, common areas, also exterior attached and detached site lighting, in addition to other site features on a multifamily property, which we'll go into in detail in a few more slides. As I had mentioned before, the program does use qualified partners to assist you through the program process. Some of the benefits to participating in the program that we've seen based on participation in past years are lowering utility and maintenance costs when upgrading old equipment that is likely ready to be replaced or equipment that is due for a change out. And also it tends to lower turnover rates when the comfort is increased for the tenants and they are living in a space that is now more comfortable for them and also visually more appealing as well. In addition, market rate properties as well, it tends to attract investors who will typically pay more for energy efficient properties. We have several case studies that we've published through this program. The one on the page here is a case study for a project participating in the program in 2015. It's a 67-unit complex that was comprised of a cluster of 8 buildings and is located in Colfax, California. as you can see, one of the important things about this property is that the property management found that the tenants, once the upgrades had been in, they were really excited to be living in the property. And in fact, the resident wait list increased from 1.5 years to 9 years, just based on the upgrades and some of the cosmetic upgrades as well from this property. We have more case studies available on our website if you'd like to learn a little bit more about some properties that have participated in the program in the past and some of their benefits that they've seen in participating. For 2017, we have an incentive budget of $5 million, and we are working off of a yearly program cycle. So we started the program at the beginning of January, and the program will run through November of 2017. So you can see on the bottom here, it's a pretty quick timeline, and we are here to help support your project all throughout the process. We will be accepting program applications through the third quarter of this year, and retrofits will likely complete for all properties starting now through the mid part of Q4 this year. A few important dates to keep in mind if interested in participating in the program. Enrollment of projects, and projects must also pass a site assessment of existing conditions and also verification of upgraded measures by September 29th. Excuse me, I have a correction to that, my apologies. Enrollment and site assessment for existing conditions must be completed by September 29th of this year. All construction and completion documentation needs to be submitted to the program within 30 days of construction completion or by November 13th, 2017, whichever comes first. The program does have strict completion deadlines, and projects are subject to being placed on a wait list if deadlines are not met. We will go over a few more deadlines in a few slides, but these are the two main program deadlines to keep in mind if you're interested in participating in the program. Eligibility in the program is multifamily properties of 5 or more attached units. We do allow 2 to 4 unit properties with a cluster of buildings into the program. These are approved on a case-by-case basis. So if you have a property that has townhomes or duplexes with multiple buildings, please contact the program staff to see if your project will be eligible for the program. There is also another offering by PG&E through their Single Family Energy Upgrade California program that does support projects 4 units or less. However, the participation for the two programs is similar, but the incentives are a little bit different. So we encourage you to contact our program staff to learn which program might be the best fit for your property. As mentioned previously, we do accept affordable and market rate properties and also high-rise and low-rise properties as well. This is an existing construction program. There is also a program for new construction that TRC does administer on behalf of PG&E as well. So while today I'm going to be talking mainly about existing properties, if you have any new construction properties interested in participating in a utility incentive program, please contact our program staff and we can tell you more about it. The eligibility for projects is based on a minimum of 10% savings over modeled energy savings. So this is a tool that we use to measure if projects will be meeting a minimum of 10% savings over existing conditions. This is something that we'll go into a little bit more detail of how this is done in a few more slides. And properties that receive gas or electric service from PG&E are eligible. We do have several other utilities intermingled within the PG&E territory, for example, the Sacramento Municipal Utility District, or SMUD. Those projects are also eligible in the program and will be the incentive for that project will be paid for the utility that, the fuel source that PG&E services for that project. So if you have any projects that are in dual utility territories, please give our program staff a call and we can help you determine if it's eligible and also what the incentives might look like for that project. Additionally, another eligibility requirement for this whole building upgrade program is that you need to pick 2 upgrades from 2 or more unique measure categories. These measure categories are envelope, lighting appliances, HVAC, and domestic hot water. And here's a list of some of our most common measures that are incentivized through the program. So a property that is looking to do windows and also interior lighting, this would meet the 2 measure minimum requirement in two of the unique categories. The way that the incentives work in the program are at a 10% over existing conditions. It starts at $400 per unit and scales up to $3,000 per unit at a 50% improvement over existing conditions. This is all based off of model energy savings, as I mentioned before, and incentives for the project are paid at completion. So after the project has met the program requirements, done the upgrades, and then also verification of upgrades has been complete. The program does also offer an assessment incentive, which is paid to the owner at completion. This is designed to offset a portion of the rater services cost for performing the field assessment, designing and creating the modeling, and also conducting the verification on site. The owner may choose to sign over this incentive to the rater on the application that's filled out. The assessment incentive is $100 per unit and is capped at $20,000. So for example, a 200 unit property, this would be the cap for the program. If the project is achieving a greater than 25% energy savings over existing conditions, there is a bonus incentive of $25 per unit. I'm going to stop right there and allow folks to type in any questions that they might have. I'll give everyone just a minute here, and then we will get going on how to participate in the program. Okay, haven't seen any questions come through. Like I said, please type them into the question box, and I'll be happy to get to them when they come through. To participate in the program, we encourage everyone to submit an online interest form. This can be done through the program website, which is multifamilyupgrade.com. After that, we will host a meeting with the project team to get a little bit better sense of your project and the upgrades that are being considered for the project. Once we determine that you're a good fit for the program, we will encourage you to hire a program rater and contractor in the program to help assist you through the site assessment and also the upgrades of your choosing. In addition, we are involved with many programs within PG&E service territory, and if your project is not a good fit for the multifamily whole building program, we are happy to connect you with other programs that might be a better fit. So please use our program staff as a resource for all utility incentive programs in California. After you've chosen a rater and contractor, we encourage you to complete a program application. Then after that, the participant will go through a site visit by the program rater. After that, after the scope of work has been approved, the incentive will be reserved. And we will go through each of these steps and in addition to after what happens with the incentive here in just a moment. As I had mentioned, the interest form can be submitted through the multifamilyupgrade.com website. This is just asking the project about basic information, what are some of the planned upgrades, and also what is the installation time frame if you know it at that time. As I had mentioned before, once we receive your interest form, we'll be giving you a call to determine if your project is eligible and if there's any additional savings opportunities that we might see. After that, you will select your project team. Property owner will hire a partner rater and contractor to participate in the program. I'll go over in just a little bit about what our program partners and raters need to do to become a partner in the program. We do have a list of program partners on our website, and this is updated frequently. If the program partner is not listed on the website, and you're working with a party that is interested in becoming a partner rater, a contractor in the program, we're more than happy and welcome them to apply to become a partner rater, contractor in the program. And as I mentioned, we'll go through in just a little bit about what that looks like, what type of documentation and criteria those folks need to submit to become an approved partner in the program. Completing the program application, this is an online application that can be signed and submitted to the program and is essentially the project agreeing to the program policies, including addressing any combustion safety testing as well. This is a requirement, combustion safety testing of the program, and I'll go into detail a little bit later about what this entails and the benefits of combustion safety testing through the program. Once your application has been submitted and your project is enrolled in the program, we encourage the energy rater to conduct the site visit. This is a site visit that consists of a sampling of the dwelling units on the property to get a sense of what the existing conditions are, what type of appliances, the age of mechanical systems. This information helps the energy rater to build the energy simulation that is used for estimating the % improvement over existing conditions. At this time, after the rater has completed the on-site visit, they will help to develop a scope of work for this project. Once the site assessment has been done and the scope of work has been spec'd out, the program will conduct a mid-project team check-in with the contractor, rater, property owner, and multifamily upgrade staff. And this meeting is designed to talk about the construction timeline, understand the scope of work for the project, and identify all opportunities for this project. Once your partner rater has submitted a test-in package, which consists of the energy models for each building on site, their on-site data collection, their comprehensive assessment report, and also the construction schedule, the project will reserve the incentive for the for the project. This is also the time where there will be a second check-in meeting to discuss the timeline of construction and also outline all approved upgrade specifications for your custom project. After your incentive has been reserved, construction may begin of the installed upgrades. At 50% construction completion, we'll also have another check-in meeting with the project team to get a sense of if we need to have any updates to the construction schedule, if the measures need to have any type of quality check midway through, and also discuss the verification documentation needed for your specific project. The verification of all projects consists of verifying all of the measures, and this documentation includes photo documentation, the specifications of each of the upgraded items, and also combustion safety testing results as well. After the construction has completed, verification of the measures, as I mentioned, happens. And this is done by your program rater, and they will submit a test out package to us, the program administrator, which will consist of their verification report and their testing results for combustion safety. In addition, part of the verification is designed to make sure that all the installed upgrades are installed to manufacturer specifications, and the quality of work is up to industry standards. After the project has completed upgrades and has been verified by your program partner, the payment for the property will happen. So what happens there is, as I had mentioned before, the verification and submittal of all test-out documentations for your project do need to be submitted within 30 days of construction completion or by November 13th, 2017, whichever comes first. Once we have verified all of the materials have been submitted and correct, we will issue a completion letter, and this will confirm your incentives for the project and that all requirements have been met. The incentive currently is paid to the property owner. And as I had mentioned before, the assessment incentive and also the upgrade incentive can be signed over to your program partner rater or contractor. And this is an option on the actual application for your choosing. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and there are a few questions that did come through the chat during that section, so I will check on those really quick and see if I maybe have not already answered them. So one of the questions is, do the contractors have to be in the multifamily upgrade list or any licensed general contractor? So as I had mentioned, the contractor does need to be listed on the multifamily upgrade list. However, we do accept any licensed contractor that also meets the program requirements. We conducted a partner orientation last week, which is posted to our program website. And I'm also happy to send out, if you'd like to follow up with me after, happy to send out the requirements to become a program contractor or rater. Basically, I will go over those in this next section of what that looks like. The next question is, the contractor we are contracted with is working to become an approved contractor with PG&E. Do they have to be approved by the time we complete the agreement or by the time the construction begins? So to answer that question, they do not have to be approved by the time you fill out the application, but they do need to be approved in the program before we can reserve the incentive. So it's a really quick process and very standard documentation. Generally, we're finding that program partners are able to turn the documentation around within a few business days. Okay, so we'll go through now what the project team certifications are. So in order for raters and contractors to become approved in the program, raters do need to submit to the program the approved industry certifications listed out in the customer handbook. The customer handbook is available on our website, And like I had mentioned before, we're also happy to send out these requirements as well if you contact us afterwards. For contractors, their California state license needs to be submitted. We do accept the A, B, or C license. General contractors are eligible for the program and do need to ensure that the work is performed appropriately by licensed and certified subcontractors. So we don't need to have all of the subcontractors on the project become a participating contractor in the program. If there's a general contractor overseeing the work, we are assuming that they are hiring licensed and certified subcontractors. Additionally, each partner does need to meet the insurance requirements of the program. There are general liability requirements, business automobile liability requirements, workers' compensation, and additionally, there's a modification to the insurance certificate that needs to be provided to the program. And once again, this is all outlined more in detail in the program handbook. Additionally, one other thing, I forgot to mention previously, is that the program raters and contractors also do need to sign a program agreement. This is listing out the terms and conditions of participating in the program, in addition to viewing our partner orientation video as well. Combustion safety testing is a requirement of the PG&E program. This is done for any projects that have changes to the pressure dynamics of any dwelling unit. So this is basically if windows, insulation, roofing are measures conducted through the program, the combustion safety does need to be tested. A sampling of units at test in and also 100% of units at test out. So this is a requirement of the program to identify any health and safety issues, and this is performed based on Building Performance Institute standards. This is a requirement of the program, as I mentioned, primarily for health and safety, and has been a tremendous asset to many projects participating in the program, where they were able to identify some potential combustion safety issues for their project and be able to address those as they were going through construction. As part of this program, if any combustion safety issues are recognized through the testing, the owner does agree to address them based on the recommendations or requirements of the program. And this is all listed out in the customer and partner handbooks and is something that your partner rater will help walk you through, and the program staff is available to answer any questions about testing or past experience of projects as well. I want to point out a few resources for folks. Our program telephone number is here, also our website, and the link to the participant handbook as well. We're also available by email at multifamilyupgrade@trcsolutions.com, and our staff is happy to take questions via phone or email at any time. With that, the next steps for participating in the program are to submit an interest form today through our program website, and we welcome any questions or comments at this time. I will give everyone just a few minutes to type in any questions, and as I had mentioned before, this webinar is recorded and will be available on our website within the next few business days. Wonderful. So I don't see any questions coming through, and I thank everyone for attending today. If you have any questions after we hang up today, please feel free to reach out to us either via the phone or email address, and we look forward to supporting your project in the program. Thank you so much.